Hello everyone, this is SMA Watts, and we are about to continue our Let's Play of the Sith Warrior. We are on our way to the Dark Temple to find an ancient answer to the problem of how to make someone talk who won't talk, and that is the Ravager, a device the Emperor created 1,000 years ago to make people's brains leak out their heads and suck up the juice. Some dramatic license there. But basically it enables us to extract any information we want from said no talkie Republican.
Ready for departure.
But first, there's this guy here who seems to want me to do something. I like doing that.
Damn it, this would never have happened on my watch. Ah, my lord, it's good to see that the Sith haven't let things slide. Not like the rest of this circus of an empire. First, it's slave rebellions in the jungle, then this. We wouldn't have allowed these kinds of things 30 years ago.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
I was sent to this construction site to investigate unusual behavior among the droids. I wasn't here long when one of the units attacked me. I barely escaped with my life, but worse than that, I found this transmitter on the droid.
Do you think the droids were being controlled by someone?
Yes, and I believe they're sending signals back as well. I warned my superiors what would happen if they continued to be lax about this planet's security. Someone, an independent interest, a rogue Sith Lord, is using these droids to broadcast Kaas City's schematics to an off-planet location.
When I find whoever is behind this, they will learn what becomes of those who cross the Sith.
I hope you do. But with all respect, I think it's important that we stop the outgoing flow of information first. We need to get those transmitters. If we can remove enough of them from the droids, it'll make the data they're sending unintelligible. The sooner we get those transmitters out, the better. This information can't end up in the hands of our enemies.
The rest of this circus of an input... Oh, I was mousing over. That was just speak to me. Yeah. When I get a ship.
Kaas City makes me feel tiny. I don't suppose you share in that sentiment.
I never feel tiny. So, I suppose it helps the fact that I'm actually not tiny, whereas Vet is tiny. Especially compared to Reyes. Got like, what, 1.5 feet on her?
Better check I still have all my parts.
No, I think when I finally do play Assistant Interpreter, I'm gonna go body type 4 for a new guy, really big. Yeah, like round. Alright, need more dead droids. Well, I suppose there's no reason not to pop one of these. I guess potentially being the last one was a reason, but not a logical reason. Yeah, it's worth popping when I have 10 of them. It's still worth popping when I have one. Okay. You there.
Back already? And you have the transmitters?
I didn't even break a sweat.
Well, what do you know? And here I was starting to think efficiency had gone out of style. I owe you thanks. If you'll give me a moment, I'll upload the data to High Command and we'll see what's what. This is worse than I ever would have imagined. Lord Grathan's behind this. He has to be.
I know Lord Grathan and his wife. A scheming, troubled family.
He's covered his tracks well. We won't be able to prove it, but Lord Grathan has been sending security codes and planetary readouts off-world. Everything an invading army would need. Major Shellister is already en route to the probable invasion site with every soldier he can find. They'll meet you just across the bridge. Hurry.
So you know that part where I said I'd make them, learn what it means to, cross the Sith and all that? I guess, a little harder to do when you've already killed the person responsible. Like, well... What do you do then, really, if you're like, I'll get him. You already killed him. Would that make you feel better or worse? It's a conundrum when I think about it. More so from a Sith standpoint, you're all about rage and vengeance and such. Ooh, sounds bad.
Better check I still have all my parts.
No, that shows okay. So he's off the fixes. Normally I'd say skin, but I know what characters look like under their skin. Really creepy. All hollow. Oh, that was... I want to do that. Not think about how angry I am. Now how angry I am is relatively static quantity. Very.
Hey there.
Oh. You're so silly. Alright, so... We're not going to do the follow-up here, because the follow-up is a 4-person row.
How's it going, my lord?
I am here. Where is this invasion Captain Ison was so sure was happening?
It's happening, my lord, and how. Over the last 3 days, a series of transmissions left Dromund Kaas and were received by ships orbiting a nearby asteroid. These transmissions contained safe landing coordinates for the planet's surface and security codes to bypass the orbital defenses.
Are we at war? Have the Jedi finally landed?
Even the Jedi don't have the temerity to attack Dromund Kaas itself. Several hours ago, small shuttles built to avoid sensor detection began to land and deliver troops to the planet's surface. These troops are brutal alien mercenaries of the exiled Lord Tytonus. Students of Sith politics will remember she was the rebel who declared her own kingdom on Bioware.
I thought that Captain Ison said Grathan was behind this.
It may be that Lord Grathan gave her the information, but it's not his army landing. Lord Tytonus has judged her timing perfectly. With so many of our forces off-planet, it is possible she could take Kaas City if she lands her entire mercenary army. We must stop her shuttles from landing and beat back her forces. I've thrown every resource I have down there already. Now it's up to you.
And I'll come back later on and do that, but... Because, you know, you get a funny-looking chess piece. You have 2 options in medium chess pieces? These are both medium. And are very... on track. That would look very weird. It's not planned. Alright. Let's grab ourselves a Datacron. Also conveniently gives us the exploration of the area that... Ooh. Oh. Technology once used by Infinite Empire. This one improves cunning. As we all know, Sith warriors are known for not being very cunning. They don't care. In fact, one could say the Sith, in general, do not rely upon cunning. What are the... You know, I imagine most of the history stuff is like actually comes from somewhere. They didn't make it up. But I don't know that because I don't know Star Wars, the EU, the expanded universe. I was gonna say well, but I don't even really know it poorly.
How's it going, my lord?
Can you sense it, my lord? Something out there? I wish it were in my head, but I know it's real. Please excuse me. It's these long nights, excavating relics near the Dark Temple. I'm Major Swain Lothar, Imperial Reclamation Service. My team uncovered several significant artifacts at a nearby dig. That's when things started going wrong.
I don't appreciate dramatic pauses.
I'm sorry, it's just that I can hardly make sense of it myself. First, it was strange noises from the temple, then figures lurking nearby. My team didn't like it, but I told them to push on. Now they're days overdue, and I owe a report to Lord Duan. But I can't go out there. I need someone to find them, make sure the artifacts make it.
Nothing gets under my skin.
Wish I could say the same for myself. My team's still in those caves. Whatever's happened, please bring those relics to Lord Duan. He's overseeing a small camp by the Dark Temple.
Alright. Death Smooth. You know, sometimes I see names like that, and I hope there's somebody who English is not their first language. You know, because you see those people who, you know, have their names in Japanese, clearly American, no idea, you know that it makes no sense to them, but, you know, actually speak Japanese.
Better check I still have all my parts.
When I see names like that in English, I'm like, I'm pretty sure those are just 2 words you liked put together. I kind of hope it's the other side. And I don't mean to make fun of people's names, but except for Derpy Hooves there. I'm gonna make fun of Derpy Hooves. His name is Derpy Hooves.
I've only a moment to rest. Those things from the Dark Temple are attacking again. Jez thinks they're drawn to the artifacts. I bet he's right. They went berserk the second we packed everything up to leave. It's time to make a stand. If those crazies want our relics, they'll have to kill us first.
I'm guessing what they did. Where'd it go? Killed him yet, but didn't even have any Sith artifacts. Well, these are those annoying times I have to try and remember. So, are the Sith artifacts laying like on the ground and I collect them, or do I kill people to take them? I think I kill people to take them. But it's an MMO, that's usually a safe bet. Like, probably 3 to 1. Like for every 3 quests that you have to, you know, take something off someone's dead body. There's one quest you have to take it off the ground and live in after you kill them. Okay, here we are at Outpost War.
Destination? Enjoy your stay.
I've sent 3 separate expeditions into the Dark Temple. Not one has returned. I can't say for sure what's going on, but people who go in there, they don't come back.
How did you come up with that?
Sounds I heard coming out of that place would send a Rancor running, if it was smart enough to run. You can survive the Dark Temple. I beg you to do me, and more importantly, the Empire a favor. The expeditions I sent in were looking for specific data. I can spare the manpower, they were slaves mostly, but the data is essential.
You don't have the authority to give me orders.
You're absolutely right. But please consider that you'll be doing a valuable service for the Empire, and you'll be extremely well rewarded. All I'm asking is for you to find the data the expedition collected. If all you find is bodies, bring back their data pads. This information is vital to future construction on Dromund Kaas. Please help.
Stop talking, I'll do it.
I'll mark the location the expedition last signaled from on your map. It's the best I can do.
At last, the Dark Council has answered my petitions and sent a powerful fighting Sith to help secure the temple.
I'm just here to check the plumbing.
Of course, I've been ignored again. How stupid of me. If you're here, however, you must have the authority to enter the Dark Temple. You could still save this planet.
What are you babbling about, old man?
You're a brave one, aren't you? Or is it that you sense my weakness? But not everything grows weaker with age. The Dark Temple is ancient, built during a previous incarnation of our empire. 1,000 years ago, our own emperor buried his enemies here. These enemies remain powerful, even in death, which is why the temple was sealed. But now, something terrible has happened.
Some idiot went and woke them up.
With the Emperor's attention elsewhere, a group of ambitious but ignorant Sith thought to gain power by raiding the temple. They didn't find the relics they sought. Instead, they awoke an ancient Sith Lord, Lord Kalig, and their expedition plunged into madness.
Are they still in there?
The ones who still live, yes. Because Lord Kalig died by ambush, I believe he awakened unaware of his own death, and his expectations became reality for those around him. His power overwhelmed all inside the temple, And even now the workers plot wars against each other, believing themselves Sith Lords, and drawing terrible power from Kellig himself.
Are there more dead Sith Lords in there?
Ah, you begin to see the crisis. There are still more ancient Sith Lords whose spirits lay dormant in the temple. If the ancient Sith Lords are woken by the violence within, they could overrun Dromund Kaas.
Let's keep them napping.
I have studied all of the burial chambers within. Each was made with the same ancient design, one we can exploit. If you fuse the 500-kilogram hinges on each tomb door, even a violent assault should not be able to wake the ancients.
What would have to be done?
The team I sent in earlier was using a massive metal torch. Effective, but slow, I'm afraid. They did not make it far. The torch must be recovered, and the doors of the ancients sealed.
Alright. You know, it's a plasma torch. Wouldn't this thing, you know, this weird tool that you also have on your hip, be more effective at sealing the temple? Just a thought there. You know, whoosh whoosh. One good cut. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video here. We'll pick up with me heading towards the Dark Temple. And from there, we'll see what I have to do inside the Dark Temple. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll watch the next.